the way Uderzo frames the entrance of Asterix and Obelix over there on the far right. It is textbook comic book framing. There's a careful cutout of the fence for them to walk through, so the fence is framing them in. The road they're walking on is cut into the bit of a berm that the fence is perched upon. The road leads the eye towards them. The tree, slightly foreground of them, wraps around the pair. The forest, silhouetted in the background, also envelops them. Uderzo did everything but draw arrows at these guys to set them up properly for the reader to be drawn directly to them.
Welcome to AC News. This is the section in my channel where I focus only on European comics. If I find a bit of information that I think would be helpful to fans of European comics, that's when I do some of these quick videos. A bit like news flash. And usually these are old news at the same time, but still I think they are important pieces of information. I'm not after the latest news. I don't hunt them to be the first one to tell you. That might happen, but it's an accident. You know, if I'd like to be the first one, I would have told you already about the latest Asterix album that is coming out soon, where the adventure happens in Lusitania, the current Portugal. You know, everybody knows beforehand that it's going to be a massive launch, it's going to sell millions and so on. But I didn't tell anybody about it on time. That info has been out for a long time. But this news bit is about Asterix. And it's also about a YouTube channel that I highly recommend you go check. It's called Pipeline Comics. Pipeline Comics is hosted by Augie the Blick Jr. And he is professional. I mean, compared to me, he is a real pro. Augie is one of those original podcasters. I think he started somewhere like 2005 something. I'm not entirely sure about the whole history of what I know. He's been at CBR and doing reviews and these kind of things and news for a long time. And what he has now done with Asterix is that he has taken this one album. I think in English it's Asterix and the Big Fight. Yes, Asterix and the Big Fight. Also now as a cartoon in Netflix, as a cartoon series. But he has taken this album and he is going through it page by page. So each video is an like a deep dive into one page. So he basically is going through it panel by panel also. And I think there are now 10 videos out already. And they are super interesting.
I love the amount of action that Uderzo gets in this panel with a few classic comic book comedic touches. For starters, you can see the lines echoing behind the moving parts of the scene. You get the clouds near the feet, which can be literally interpreted as the dirt dust they're kicking up as they run, or just the good old-fashioned comic book iconography of clouds denoting speed and direction. Look at the Roman in the rear by himself, struggling to carry his end of this particular deal. The two in front look like... Look at how Uderzo helps undercut the news delivery, though. Asterix and Obelix are walking off-panel as the word balloon appears tossed off behind them. They're not front and center. They're not proudly proclaiming the news. It's an afterthought on their walk away from the chief. There is a bit of a weird tangent with that, though, where it kind of looks like Asterix and Obelix are walking off-panel into the previous panel, where they're bound to bump into their previous selves. Or maybe I've just been reading too much Mr. Invincible again lately. I'm not sure, but it's okay. You can hit pause to read this screen. It's good stuff. It's a good book. Recommended. Magnetic Press puts it out.
There's so much good stuff in these videos that I probably forgot to mention everything that I wanted to say. He approaches those pages and panels from many angles, depending on what the page brings to his mind. Sometimes he is focusing on the writing, on the René Goscinny's jokes, and how he kind of drives the narrative. Sometimes he focuses on Uderzo's drawing, the techniques and so on. Sometimes it feels like it's like feels like Scott McCloud's understanding comics. Like all the technical stuff here, he is putting that knowledge to practical use within the pages of Asterix. But these videos are not just about the technical breakdown. He might get hooked to some particular detail, like amphora is one of those things. They are those containers of wine and water within Asterix, you know, what the Romans use. And then you see suddenly him just going off into this quest to search more info about amphoras. Or it could be just him asking from himself, like, what is a pilum? Those are the spears that Roman soldiers use. And then you can see him just going on a deep dive hunt about more info about those pilums. I found Pipeline Comics some years ago. I think it was during COVID, you know, nothing to do, and I was just trying to find more info about European comics. And then I found his blog. He has a blog page, you know, written stuff, not videos. And I got hooked to those stories there, the blog texts. And now that Augie has kind of activated his YouTube channel, I immediately wrote to him that you have to make those blogs also into videos, but he was already on it. Like he is already thinking forward. But as I said, you can hear, if you watch those videos, you can hear that he is professional. By professional, I mean that he has done this a long time. It's clearly his turf. And I know that many people watching my channel are interested in getting more info about European comics. And this is a good way to do it. And there's one more thing that I want to point a finger at. It's been said that pointing a finger at something is not polite, but I'm here to prove it wrong. The fact that Augie is from USA, it shows in his blogs and videos, and in a really good way. There's a clear kind of foreign or foreigner angle on these essays. And it's something that I've noticed in all kinds of foreign fans. I've seen it in Japanese metal fans looking to Finland, to our heavy metal scene. I've seen it in a Finnish comics fan looking at the Japanese manga and anime scene. Usually these type of fans, they go way deeper into the culture and certain things that we in that culture take for granted. They are so obvious that we don't even notice them. You know, it's like that statue or monument in your hometown. You walk past it every day and you won't even notice it. One day you get your friend visiting your town and pointing out, by the way, that's a really nice monument. And this is what happens in Augie's videos. And he has that kind of foreigner die-hard fandom. He's going really deep into things that even I've been taking for granted. In the description of this video, you will find a link to the first video in that page by page series. So you get to start it from the page 1. And I thought that I would also add some links to For the Love of Comics, because after watching all that Asterix goody stuff there, if you get that, you know, fever, I want more Asterix, then you can continue to For the Love of Comics. Anschumann there has some very thorough comics about Asterix. He doesn't go in by page, he has more like album by album, but also very, very detailed videos, and you can go as deep into the rabbit hole as you want. Go see the videos on the Pipeline Comics, go see the videos on the For the Love of Comics, and then you have hours and hours to watch about Asterix. And whatever it will be, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.